Fear is such a powerful driving emotion that can lead to neuroplastic pain and dysfunction in the body. And many of us avoid even acknowledging that we have fears or don't even know about them. Even myself, I thought that, well, I don't really know if I have fear left inside of me, or I don't really know if that's relevant for me. I did a 5-day solo silent meditation retreat kind of in the middle of nowhere in the woods, and it becomes noticeable if there's anything left inside of you when you're not using your thinking mind and there's no distraction, there's nothing anywhere. So what I'm going for here is I'm going to read a passage from my upcoming book, The Root Truth, about this. I thought this would be really powerful for everyone to listen to and enjoy in the book later on, but this is about dealing with fear. Fear is an emotion that we like to throw in our closets, nowhere to be seen. It's hard to even admit to ourselves or others that we have fear. Just like other emotions, it is truly a feeling in the body. It can be activated by a thought or by an unfolding situation in the moment. Psychological fear is what we experience most of the time. This is created by the mind. We think about how something could go wrong and feel constriction in the body. Danger is a present moment fear created by a real life situation. If someone holds a gun to your head demanding your purse, your body responds, whether it is a psychological or required for survival. Fear produces the same collection of hormones and bodily response. We have conscious, top-of-mind fears, and also deep, stuck in the shadows, unconscious fears. You don't have to excavate every single fear and obliterate them all to heal. But when fear is changing the way you live your life, it needs to be acknowledged so that it can be released. If you don't own up to a current fear, it'll stay hidden in the background, pulling subconscious strings, spotting it. Fear pops up in the obvious ways, such as through worrisome thoughts. Something in your environment could trigger a past memory, turning on a latent fear. When you're not feeling well physically, you can start to spiral and feed into the underlying fear. You can also spot your fears by watching your own behavior. A heightened state of fear avoidance is seen with OCD behaviors. Even if you don't classify yourself with OCD, what do you habitually do to control your environment or future? Fear can also be disguised behind procrastination or avoidance patterns. It can hide behind overwhelm and overwork, behind trying to eat perfectly or never skipping a workout. Sometimes fear drives us to make a change. It might drive us to work hard to succeed. Maybe the fear of being homeless created a work ethic that helped you get to the top. Is the fear still needed though? If you let this fear go, you will find that love inspires you, even more than the fear ever did. Releasing fear. The process for letting fear go is ultimately the same as with other emotions. There is no need to create a complicated set of processes for different circumstances. Feeling into the fear in a safe and approachable way allows it to be felt, and for the lie to be seen. More on that in a moment. Instead of waiting to be blindsided by a panic attack or terrifying moment, you can actively walk toward your fear, desensitizing the mind-body a little more each time, showing it that you are completely safe to do so. This could look different depending on the fear. Maybe you have social anxiety. On the surface, it appears that you're afraid to talk to others. Deeper down, the fears of being rejected, not accepted, being judged, and ultimately not loved for who you are. Here is one possible course of action to walk toward the fearful experience, chipping away at it over time. First, admitting that you truly desire to be free around others and not feel contracted anymore is important. By owning up to the fear, you can now work with it. Second, start with something really small. For example, in the case of social anxiety, ask the barista at a coffee shop how their day is going. After this victory, choose what you'll do next and tell a close friend to create accountability. That way you can follow through on your commitment. Take it to the next level. For social anxiety, a next step action could be going to a meetup, class, or social event with others. Talk to at least one person. Step 4, just keep expanding your horizons, going a little more into the discomfort and taking action toward the fear. You can also work with fear in meditations and talking it out with others. By no longer keeping the fear close to your chest, you are showing yourself and others that you know that you can let it go. When you bring the fear outside of your mind, it loses energy and it is not so scary. Find the lie. There is always a lie being told in fear. False evidence appearing real. FEAR. When you go beyond the mind into pure awareness, a grander truth comes into focus. When you feel fear, bring it back to here and now. What's real right now? I'm referring to psychological fear rather than danger. If there is a danger, do what needs to be done, which might be nothing. You might just have to let it pass. If you have psychological fear, come back to this moment, leaning into the 5 senses, right here, right now. Just this. Smell the air. Feel the sensations. Fear is an alarm, not your true nature. What is your natural state? You can sense instinctively that your natural state is one of peace, balance, and presence, ultimately based in love. True love, not the romantic, attachment-based form of the word. When you're in fear, you're believing a lie, assuming you know how this will play out or end. You don't. It often comes up when we are afraid of change or afraid of staying stuck. Let's take a look at how this works. Fear, I will never heal. Lie, what if there's nothing wrong with you now? And you let go of this fear and other things that need to be released. Healing will happen someday. Fear, someday I'll die. Lie, what if you never die? I'd say it's worth investigating the truth of reality directly within yourself. Even if you truly think it all ends, why not live by the motto, Carpe Diem? Fear, if I don't push it, I'll lose my job. Lie, imbalance, grinding, and effort is required to make a good living and enjoy your life. Is that true for everyone? Fear, I'm afraid to get on the roller coaster. Lie, what if you get on and raise your arms in the air? How much exhilaration is possible in life when you surrender to the ride? Do challenging situations arise? Yes. But when they do, you simply handle the situation in front of you in that moment. And even when it looks bad, it might be a blessing in disguise. We all have proof of that too. At its root, fear is produced when the mind attempts to control an outcome despite its limitation to do so. The mind wants to control the situation, to have it all figured out, and to be comfortable. When it meets the reality of uncertainty, it freezes. That freezes the fear. You have no idea what's about to happen, literally. The next moment, anything could happen. You could see that magically or horrifically. But fearing the future takes away from the beauty of the present. There comes a point where you just have had enough. What lie is the fear telling you? Take steps towards your fear, and you'll find its ultimate emptiness. So that was a passage from my upcoming book, The Root Truth, which comes out early next year. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope that it really hit home, transmitted something for you. Love to hear any comments below. Take care, guys.